All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 115 of the DrewCast. I am your host, Mellow15. With us today, like always, our disembodied voice, Jo. Yeah, last week, Justin, last week, man. As I updated you throughout the week on the clips, some of those clips, bro, like, woo, them big boy numbers, dog. Those, you know what I mean? Which is funny because I opened up last week's podcast talking about being kind of down on the views, remember? And I said, hey, no matter what, you got to have that dog in you because every day won't be a win. Literally, I get rewarded for it, right? Which is, I want to tell you guys too, bro, if you do stuff like this or even anything art wise, it's worth it, bro. You got to keep striving for greatness, bro. And it works. I mean, for me, I had a clip that I put a lot of effort into it, in my opinion. On Instagram Reels, right now it's sitting at like 19,000 views. That's good for me, bro. What really sucked though is it wouldn't let me post it on Facebook. Like no matter what I did, I literally could not post that clip on Facebook because when it would upload, it would just be buzzing noise. So I was like, okay, clearly like something's going on here. But you know, throughout the week, when I was mentioning, being down on the views, down on stuff like that, just kind of like just being down in general, I saw a picture, right? I was scrolling through my pictures because I was trying to find a picture to send to my group chat. And I see this picture, and I'm going to put it up here. The reason I'm showing you guys this, because we're going to get a little personal here before we start the episode, is this, when I saw this picture, it just perfectly, it hit me. And I was like, hey, that's who I do this for. This is who I do this for. Look at that smile, bro. Like, that's crazy. That's so me. And look at the shitty house I built. Just look how bad that is, bro. Like, and my teacher was probably being super nice and probably gave me a good grade because I participated. She shouldn't have gave me a participation trophy, dude. She should have thrown
Yeah,
that shit out, like stomped on it in front of me.
you could tell not mom or Travis helped you one fucking bit.
No, they're
That's
probably gonna
crazy.
say they did, and like I last second went to the store for tape and I stapled it and
Fuck no.
bro, it's always parents that let their kids go to school with this shit that always have like a huge speech about how they helped you so much and everything. Like clearly you didn't, right? But the teacher should have stomped on it in front of me, made me cry. Like this picture should have been me crying, like with the F. But straight up, dude, like that was crazy. Like, hey, the teacher should be like, hey, get this fucking shit out of here, just sort of stomping on it, fucking spitting on it and shit. But I saw this picture and I was like, bro, this is who I do this for, bro. Like this, like the I saw Theo Vaughn talk about this, right? And Theo Vaughn was talking about growing up, and he was talking about how it was hard for him to grow up because he still, as the years went on, it was hard because everybody wants you to act a certain way, right? And for me, that's what my challenge is. I feel like an adult right now, obviously, and I feel like I'm a grown up, and I've accomplished a lot in my adult life. I feel like, right? Not as much as I should have, but I feel like some part of me, this kid is still alive in me, and I'm kind of scared to like let it die. I know at some point I'm probably gonna have to, but every time I look at pictures like this, I think to myself like at one point, like that Andrew was the purest form of what I am because there's no bills, there's no work, there was just school, hanging out with my brothers. I mean, we got into a lot of trouble, bro. You know what I mean? Like we were on some Malcolm in the Middle shit. But I would never go back and change those days. Like I would never go back. And I honestly, some of my most fondest memories ever was during this time. I mean, that was the year 9/11 happened. Great times, right?
No, it wasn't.
I thought I was in third grade in this picture,
Yeah,
and I was in third grade when 9/11 happened.
no, you weren't, because I was in first grade when 9/11 happened.
Was
No,
it?
yeah, I wasn't. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I hella called you out and I was wrong.
Stomp on this guy's fucking project right now, but
No, because September 2001 was the start of my second grade.
yeah,
So you would have been in
starting
third
in third
grade.
grade. You know, good times 9/11, all the lies, and we came together though as a country for a little bit, but it was crazy. But
For me, I don't feel like an adult whatsoever.
does
At
it
all.
suck though, right? Like it sucks a little bit, right?
No, I don't know. Fuck if I know.
See,
But like I go on
but
it
an
like
adult wouldn't say that. See, so that's
if
how I know.
on a daily basis, I don't think there's ever been a moment where like I just felt like an adult.
Sucks, huh?
You can pay all the bills and get your fucking oil changed, and
Yeah,
I pick up
nothing.
my kid from school, and I still don't feel like an adult. So
You feel like a big brother picking them up?
no, I
No.
just don't feel like an adult though.
Yeah.
You know how they say like you're only as old as you feel?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a good thing then, huh?
I'm probably about to be 80, still feeling 30, bro. Fuck out of here with that. I'm ultra, bro. Like, I'm
Yeah, because
still.
even when I'm around like older figures is probably not the right word, but whatever. Like I just feel like I'm still a kid to them.
Well, it's because they come from a different era, right? Like, their era is more like you have to be serious 24/7. And the second you turn fucking 30, joke, the fun stops there. Literally, the fun stops when you turn 30, bro. And that's why I don't think our generation lives like that. We really don't. Like, we really. I love our generation. And there's a second picture I want to put up here. This picture is of me and my brother, right? And look at that, bro. That's literally your son, by the way. I know you don't kind of say it is, but that's literally fucking Noah. But the reason I'm putting this picture up is because like that too. This is who else I'd fucking do it for, man. Those two right there, bro. We've always been the fucking Gogeta. I always call us Gogeta because every time we do something, bro, me and us and this when me and us and like commit to something, it's always been that way. Sports, rap, podcasting. We always kill it, dude. And you know, without I think within this last year, a lot of you guys don't know this, and a lot of our personal friends don't know this, but Justin's taught me to edit a lot of what we do, right? So I would say like the first 3.5 years, without this guy sitting across from me, like this wouldn't be anything what it is today. Like there would be no DrewCast, there would be no podcast. All the cool editing you guys saw throughout these years, this was him. So, you know, the baby picture that I'm looking at right now, it's for those two babies, bro. Those two babies that grew up and just got told they weren't gonna be shit. That got told they weren't gonna fucking do anything. And hey, I'm into football. Hey, I'm into hey, I'm into rapping. I could battle rap you. I'll destroy you. Hey, I'm into football. No, you're not. You know. So those two, bro, those two kids, Justin, they like once we achieve what I think we're going to, and even if we don't, bro, is just as long as we have a good life and we're happy and we stick together as a family, those two kids will forever be my main like the in my heart, bro. That's who I'm doing this for, bro.
This is in the comments. He looks so fucking malnourished.
Oh,
He looks like the farmer from Men in Black.
the picture that you're looking at currently is my little brother William. That's fucking. Hey William, I know if you're watching this, bro. Like, obviously we weren't like clowning you, but like, holy shit, that's crazy, bro. Like, give that kid some milk, dog. Give him some gluten-free bed, dog. You know what I mean? But last week, speaking of last week's episode, I there was some things I was misinformed about, right? So we talked about, the bombs that went out in the Atlantic Ocean. They weren't really dropped. They were being tested by the Navy for a ship called the USS Gerald Ford. So when I said like, oh, they were dropping bombs out in the ocean, like you can kind of it kind of makes it seem like they were just dropping them. No, they were testing them, but still, you're testing this huge 40,000 pound bomb out there. You're probably destroying a lot of the ecosystem and a lot of fish that live there. And for what, bro? Just to see and I was trying to connect the dots. Like, hey, if this whistleblower says there's a construction facility making UFOs and UFOs come in and out of it out in the Atlantic Ocean, they're testing bombs out there. This thing only appears when like war and like you were destroying things, right? Guess what we were destroying out there, right? We were destroying fish and we were destroying probably a lot more than just that. But I also mentioned, and I actually cut this out of the episode last week. I had a friend who went to the Mecca recently, right? And he said there was a no-fly zone. Well, Justin brought up a video that we're going to talk about in a moment where there was a light seen over the holy city. It descends down, it hovers, a light flashes, and then it zooms back up. I thought it was the Mecca, so I was like, "Oh, that's crazy," because my friend just went there. There's a no-fly zone. They saw something in a no-fly zone that literally looks like a UFO. Come to find out, it wasn't in the Mecca, but it was still in a holy city. Okay, so if you guys are unaware of this next story, it's basically what it is. It's the UFO over a holy city, okay? So on January 29th in 2011, so the year I graduated high school, Jerusalem. So in Jerusalem, there was a resident in Israel, right? He was walking, he takes his camera out, and he sees a bright light starting to descend above what is known as the Temple Mount, which is probably one of the most holy places on this planet, bro. It also goes by the Dome of the Rock. If you guys aren't aware, and we're gonna make a connection here, it's the place where Abraham almost sacrificed his first son, the place where they say Muhammad ascended into heaven. There's literally a no-fly zone there too, and we're gonna pull this up, Justin. I think I sent it to you. Yeah, so it says the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. The entire area of the old city is a strict no-fly zone. All aircraft are forbidden in this airspace at any height. There is a total of 11 gates of entry to Temple Mount, although 10 can only be used by Muslims. So the fact that in this video you see the light, so the guy's walking, you see the orb.
There's
The
not
light
just one video. There's like multiple angles.
of this thing descending.
Yeah, like 5 different people from different places all saw this thing happen at the same time.
This thing starts to descend and it hovers, okay? Right? And what caught people off guard at first is that when the light flashes towards the end, this thing just shoots up like super fast out of frame within like a second. Okay. Considering that I just said that there's literally no fly zone there, okay, there's only two options here. Either this video is fake, which I'm going to get into that later, or it's literally a UFO slash UAP, or it could be a drone. I saw someone say it's a drone, but I don't think a drone can like zoom off the way this thing did. You know, at the end of this video, bro, this thing like shoots off that fast. And if a drone can do that, cool. But I just don't think a drone can yet, unless they're testing something, right?
It being fake wouldn't surprise me, because I remember when I saw that video recently, I kind of like thought to myself, like, why wasn't this a much bigger deal when it happened?
Well, they had some experts analyze it, and they claim it's a hoax. So
Mhm.
that's why I wanted to add this part in the video. Like, hey, I'm not just sitting here like grifting, like woo, right? But like, so they say it's a hoax. The guy who posted the initial video says it's not. So you know, it's up to basically you to believe. And obviously, like I said last week, take everything we're saying with a grain of salt, guys. This is just entertainment, bro. We're talking about cool stuff, scary stuff, mysterious stuff, the unknown. You know, and when we talk about stuff that's in that territory, a lot of the times you got to take it with a grain of salt, because unless you see it with your own eyes, it's literally just entertainment. You know, and the fact that it was above the holy city of Jerusalem in Israel, right? The fact that in the Bible there's like stories of like Ezekiel seeing stuff in the sky, and the stuff that Ezekiel described in the Bible, bro, that sounds like a UFO, right? And I remember back when we were kids, me and Josh, and I don't know why we were reading a Bible at this time, but me and Josh were reading the Bible, right? And we read the Ezekiel part, right? And we go to talk to his mom. I remember me and Josh were like, hey, like, you know, this sounds like aliens. Like we questioned that as kids, like, wait, like, you know, and then I remember me and him got in so much trouble, bro. We got like hella talked to, and imagine getting a kid in trouble for fucking talking about logical sense. Imagine your kid's like, hey, you know, like imagine just when your kids get older and they ask you about 9/11. Hey, so Tower 7 really just fell out of nowhere, right? And like, don't you fucking talk about Tower 7, huh? Don't you fucking talk about your kid. You're like they had to hold you back and shit. Your wife's like, what's wrong? They just those fucking kids in there, huh? You guys fucking think he just fell. You know what I mean? Imagine like talking sense to like an adult in your life and they get mad at you. Which is ironic. The year that this video came out, right? So I told you 2011. The space chief of Israel, he retired that year. Okay. And why am I bringing this up? Well, the space chief of Israel, I've talked about him before, guys. He's literally said, now I want to I want to roll back for a second. Someone who has that like much clout, who's like a space chief of a country and like works for a government, you usually don't just say things. You usually don't, right? Like when you have that type of like clout behind your name and you have like the credentials behind your name, you don't just say certain things. So, you know, so I've talked about this before, but the former space chief of Israel says that extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. He's mentioned that before. And I'm going to read you guys this passage from the NBC website. A former Israel space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward by saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they're here. Humanity is not ready, says former space chief of Israel. The crazy part about all this is, like I said, Dick, you don't just say stuff like this. So he's from the same place that this video took place from. He retired in the same year that this video took place from. And he's, bro, you, like, again, I don't know what you think about that, son. I've sent this to my friends because this is literally on NBC. Like, this isn't some, like far off, like, news site. This isn't on some, like Facebook group page. Like, this is literally from like a respected news site. I mean, he said the flying objects have asked us not to reveal them yet. Like, that kind of sounds like some nope shit. I don't know, bro. Like the mystery only gets deeper from this point on.
But me and you have kind of talked about this in the past, where like us as I don't want to say society, or like us as people,
Yeah,
like we're definitely not ready for that kind of stuff. Like there's like a large majority of people who like don't even like fuck with black people, but we're supposed to like expect them to
except
be
aliens.
welcoming to like
Ooh, that'd be
aliens.
crazy if they were. That'd be so crazy if they,
Yeah.
they were kind to aliens but rude as shit to like Mexicans and black people, you know, or even gays or women or men or whatever. Whoever you hate, bro. Like just think about it if you're someone with hatred in your heart, and it doesn't even have to be for someone of color or if you're gender. Like if you hate anything, like you're not ready for aliens, bro, because they're probably gonna blow your mind, bro. For you know, so the fact that I think other planets in this universe have life on them, maybe that's a test for each planet. Maybe each planet has that threshold where, hey, we can grow as a society, we could do a lot of cool things, but to become spacebound, you have to literally drop a lot of the things you were taught. You do. And sometimes that might be religion. Sometimes that might be things that your parents taught you about, like other people and hatred and love. To be spacebound, that takes a lot of responsibility, bro. And honestly, it's almost on some Spider Man shit. Like, if you're a civilization that can travel the cosmos, you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, bro. You can't just go out there spreading hate and war and violence. That's not good for the universe, bro. So if you're one of those people that likes to do that, then we're not ready. You know, I would feel comfortable knowing that the civilizations that end up being spacebound are like loving and supporting and preach like stuff that isn't like violence, bro. You know? So yeah, of course we're not ready. So that's the funny part about that. It's interesting that he says that though, that he even said this at all. Like, and that it's not. You want to talk about? You said earlier why that video, if it was real, why it wasn't it like more talked about? Why isn't this more talked about? That'd be like somebody. That'd be like Dick Cheney coming out and saying aliens are real. They did 9/11. You know, can you imagine? They blame the aliens. That really get everybody all riled up. Bring the country together one more time, you know. But yeah, you guys comment below. Like I said earlier, they had someone analyze the video. They said it was a hoax. I mean, it's cool. It's cool nonetheless.
But like, I wonder how they faked the multiple angles. Like, I felt like you would have had to like really been about your shit to be able to pull that off. To like get it synchronized, to
Yeah.
get multiple people like almost on some like director.
Not just some random guy.
Yeah,
leaving
like
a
some
bar
random
and,
guy
like,
probably isn't able to do that. You have to be
you
like
know,
really about your shit to
he's
like
like
fake
leaving a
that.
bar and it's like, oh. But you know, who knows? So all right, so a couple weeks ago we did a fantastic review where we talked about Star Wars, which if you guys know me, bro, you know I love Star Wars, dog. And it's just one of those things where I always have a lot of love for it. One of my videos that did like super good on Instagram Reels was I talked about the sequels, right? And like my distaste for certain things involving the sequels, right? And that was probably the nicest comment section I've ever had ever. And it was about hating the sequels, dude. Bro, I felt like we were a community in there. Where I was like chatting it up with everybody. Nobody was calling me names. Nobody was saying like derogatory terms. It was like bro, we were all in sync with each other, bro. I felt like, you know, like, oh wow, Kylo, Schmilo, yeah. You know, it was like we were all vibing in there, bro. So, you know, what I wanted to bring up this week though was I don't know if you know this, Justin. They're gonna be coming out with the movie that takes place after episode 9, and it's gonna be Ray centric. You know, rumors are John Boyega's gonna be in it. They might be able to get Adam Driver to come back, you know, Mark Hamill, that kind of stuff. And a lot of people aren't for it, bro. And a lot of people are mad. A lot of people are very mad that they're planning to do a movie that's after Episode 9, and I don't blame them, bro. I don't blame them. When Lucasfilm and Disney continuously hire people who don't know about Star Wars, they just their motives aren't for Star Wars. It's always some hidden agenda, right? Like the Acolyte, Leslie Headland, and all the people that she has on that show. They just it sounds like they don't know shit about Star Wars, bro. And when they talk, you can fucking tell. Okay, so she hires the director for the Ray movie, who is a known, apparently she has like short films where like she's like a super big like feminist, which isn't a big deal if you're a feminist. But if you hear her talk, bro, in some interviews, she's like, I love to make men uncomfortable. That's just what I do.
Yeah, I watched that when you sent it.
Yeah, and it's like, that's who you have making this movie? Really? I mean, we've been at family events, Justin, and again, won't say names, where there's just certain people who talk like that in front of boys. I just don't fuck with that, dog. Okay, little boys watch Star Wars too. That's the problem with having an agenda and movies like Star Wars. Like if you have a director who's like a feminist and she says stuff like that, you have little boys who watch Star Wars, right? Not just men. And I hate when like
I also thought, sorry to interrupt you, but I thought it was funny how when she said that, she was like, yeah, we just need to teach men a lesson. And I love making men uncomfortable. And then there was a dude sitting right fucking there. And she was like, oh, yeah, not you, not you.
yeah,
Like,
it's
no,
always not you.
because she was just like,
Yeah,
she
because
didn't want to have to,
she knew she was going too far left, bro.
yeah.
And honestly, bro, like I said, we've been at family events. I've heard people talk like that, or I've heard about people talking like that in front of members of my family who are young men, and I don't fuck with it, bro. I don't like that rhetoric. So it's the same with Star Wars. Like we're gonna make a Star Wars movie, but we're gonna alienate literally half the planet, right? So it's not a good sign that the director talks like that. Okay, but will the movie be good? I fucking hope so. So what I want to see from that movie, get a writer who knows what they're fucking talking about, who knows Star Wars lore, who loves the property, and just wants to tell a good story. Everything else will fall into place. Like most people, most logical thinking people, they don't care if you have black characters, they don't care if you have women characters, they don't care if you have gay characters. Just make a good story. It's possible to do that. The original trilogy, Lando Calrissian, black. Leia Organa, white lady, woman. You have there's been diversity in these movies before. Mace Windu, Samuel Jackson, right? So you have it's not just all about the patriarchy and like evil white men and like I don't know what Disney's thinking by allowing her, and by her I mean Kathleen Kennedy, to continue being president at Lucasfilm, bro. I just don't get it, right? Like they clearly have an agenda, and it's clear as day, and it's sad. It's sad because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, bro, and I feel like I'm watching. It's like watching a parent just like have a midlife crisis to where it's like there's no return, and it's sad watching it, bro. Real talk, it's sad. I don't want to see that shit anymore, but it's like we're forced to, right? So with the Rey movie, just get a good writer. Treat obviously have some Force Ghost Luke in there. Mark Hamill's still alive. Don't be dumb, Kathleen Kennedy. Get Mark Hamill to do Force Ghost Luke. Get fucking John Boyega back, and don't fucking mistreat his character this time. Don't put him on the fucking poster, and then when you go to the Chinese poster, shrink him, right? Because at the end of the day, like if the Chinese market can't handle fucking black actors, then stop putting movies over there, bro. Right? You're over here in America saying Black Lives Matter until it's time to put John Boyega on a poster, and then it's we gotta shrink him. We just gotta shrink him for the Chinese market. But you're over here saying Black Lives Matter, and every store is doing it now. You're selling shirts, and I have to uphold, right? So when they wear the shirts, I can't breathe, and everything's Black Lives Matter until it's time for John Boyega to shine on a poster. And it's but the Chinese market, the Asian market doesn't like black. Yeah, it's fucking hypocrisy, dude. It's hypocrisy. Don't do it to John Boyega this time. Give him what he deserves, right? Don't have him scream Rey the whole entire movie. Give him lines. Let's see some backstory. Like, what has he been doing since we've last seen him? Surely not screaming Rey and running from feminists, right? Right? So let's make a good movie, dude. That's all I'm asking. Okay? You have a lot to work with. She's a Palpatine. Has the Force dyad affected her? Has Ben Solo's disappearance made her powers weaker? What is going on? Has she met Grogu? Does she know what the Mandalorians are? Where is her new temple at? Has she been in contact with Luke since? Like, I mean, there's a lot they can dive into here, and they can make it good. And if they don't, that just might be the nail in the coffin for them, honestly. So, but yeah, to end the episode off, I wasn't gonna talk about this, by the way, and I'm actually feel kind of stupid talking about this. I really do, but I saw so many people online. They were really upset with Bronny James's prom poster, or not prom poster, sorry. A lot of people online were really upset with Bronny James's prom picture, right? They were like, because he had a picture with the white girl in it. And for the last 3 years, that's all they've done to this kid. He's 18 now, so he's
It's
not
been the same girl every single time too, so it's not like some.
it's a surprise.
Yeah.
He's not a minor now, but like for the past 3 years, he's been a minor. It's
Nah,
actually
but I've always told you that. Not always. Sorry, I've had this conversation with you in the past where like celebrities kind of just don't have the same rules as like we do. Like obviously LeBron James' fucking son is gonna be scrutinized
I know,
in
but
the media,
that's just
whatever you
on the
want to
people
call it.
doing it. Honestly, like you're right though. You're right. Like celebrities do live by different rules, and it's is it fair? No,
So like
it's not fair.
LeBron James's son goes to prom, and like that picture is gonna be everywhere.
Bad Baby was 14. People like big ass titties. Like you can't wait till she's an adult, bro, to say that. I'm saying like they weren't even waiting till she was an adult, son. That's the
I know.
problem. She's 18 and above. Say what you want. She's an adult. If it makes you look creepy, people will tell you that, and if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But can you at least wait till she's fucking 19 or 18 before you start commenting on her tit size? Like honestly, and it's to me, it's the same with him. He took a picture with the white girl, his white girlfriend. People are like, oh, they're comparing him to like, they were comparing him to other celebrities who do that, and it's like, isn't that weird? Not only were you gatekeeping who are minor dates, you were gatekeeping her on her skin color. So fighting racism with racism is what we're doing now, honestly. And the people will probably say that's not racist. It is, bro. It is. Honestly, if I ever have kids, bro, I don't care who they bring home, as long as that, especially if it's my daughter, as long as that boy/man can take care of her and he's a good man, I don't care if he's black, Mexican, or white, bro. I mean, if he's Mexican, I hope his family owns a restaurant so we can, some free food, but as I'm speaking in an Asian accent. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if people don't think that's creepy that they were gatekeeping his date and her skin color, I just don't get society anymore, man. Justin's right. Like celebrities do live by different rules, but you don't have to participate in that. You don't have to participate in being a weirdo. Like he don't fuck with black women, bro. Like,
Yeah, because
did he say that?
like fucking Kanye West, for example.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk down the street and like there's gonna be like fucking 10 people who are like pointing cameras at him. Obviously, that's not gonna happen to me and you when we're walking down the street.
Yeah.
If somebody did point cameras at us, we'd be like, "What the fuck you doing? Why are you being a creep?"
Yeah.
But they're not creepy for doing that to him because that's just the culture kind of surrounding celebrities in general.
True. I mean, I won't
Like
argue against that,
you don't see like that kind of stuff making its like rounds online for like other kids. Like it's literally because it's just LeBron James' son.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why that meme even started was because his own mom posted that. Like, I think it was last year or the year before, she posted his prom pictures. And like she had posted a picture of the daughter like making this like funny face back at the camera, almost as if like, what's he doing with this white girl?
Yeah.
Like the mom posted that, so
Hey, bro. I mean, that's just, I'm not in their family, so I don't know what the hell's going on. But
I think it's hella funny, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, some of it's hysterical. Seeing people's comments, like what is happening here?
I'll post a tweet that I saw earlier today, but I had said this like 3-4 days ago when the picture came out. Like he lives in fucking Beverly Hills, California. Like who did you think he was gonna date? And someone's kind of made the same sentiment that I saw on Twitter, but he put it like way more racist than I could have.
It was vulgar and racist.
Yeah.
Because you're not saying like black women don't live in Beverly Hills.
No, but like it's
Like,
just
he
the
goes to
stereotype
Sierra
that like
Canyon,
it's just the stereotype that like LA has like the Paris Hiltons, the you know, just the rich blonde fucking
Hey,
bougie white
I
girl.
fuck with white bitches, dog. Like, so I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and judge.
Yeah,
I
just like
love,
that's just the LA
but
stereotype, you
I
know.
love all women, bro. But my snow bunnies, but, you know
Just
what I'm saying, bro. Like,
platinum blonde, designer bag, shades, like just
I'm
bougie
surprised
as
he didn't get
fuck,
a
G
ginger.
wagon,
I'm
like
surprised he didn't get a ginger bitch, dog. Real talk, like with freckles and all that. I'm surprised Bronny wasn't in that. But hey, I'm not gonna judge. So that's the point of this. That's the point of this clip. Is the let's just stop being creepy in general. That'd be kind of cool if we all came together. And aliens are supposed to come soon, and you guys can't even. We're like debating on whether Bronny James is, going against his people.
the funniest thing to end off is you can tell on his face in the picture that he's like,
He knows it's
I
gonna
know
happen.
that I'm gonna get the same fucking shit that I got last year. Like he just doesn't look like he's excited for that picture.
It sucks, man. I mean, he probably is not like as sad as I'm trying to make it to be. And honest to God, bro, like he's probably never gonna watch this, but fuck whatever the people gotta say. Your dad's LeBron. You're about to be in the NBA. You're going to college. You got life made, young man. Real talk. Fuck what these people gotta say. If you date a white girl, Mexican girl, black girl, I don't give a fuck who I date, bro. As long as I'm happy, for real, bro. Like the fact that people even open their fat fucking mouths to even say something about you should prove that you're doing something. Cause you're right, bro. Celebrities do get treated with different rules. Do we think it's cool? No. Is it fair? No. But it happens. And you know what I mean? You could either be one or two people. Mind your business or critique who a minor dates until he's 18. I don't know what you want to be, the people watching, but I'm going to be someone who minds my fucking business. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's episode 115 of the DrewCast. Thank you guys for joining me this week. I don't know how we went from baby pictures to UFOs to Ray to Bronny James, but that's what we do here. That's literally all we do here. Interesting stuff gets brought up. We talk about it. I mean, sometimes I rant. I wanted, and the beginning wasn't even supposed to be funny when I was talking about the teacher stomping on my project, but that shit looked horrible. Shit was trash. It was trash. It was horrible. It was, you know, what I mean, like if I was the teacher, I'd been like, "This is your project. Who the fuck told this little kid to come in here?" You know, like I would have talked on my Mark Wahlberg shit. So I'm like, "Hey, get this fucking shit out of here, you fucking this little spit kid over here." You know, he fucking brought in the fucking stupid, and I'm half Mexican, so don't get mad that I said spick, but yeah, that is episode 115. Like I said at the beginning, thank you for joining me. And until next time, peace.